Hey y'all, listen, this week is going to be a unique week, right? I'm going to be doing a series of videos every day on dating, the dating game. And every day I'm going to do a live video where we talk about the power of dating, the focus of dating, the issues with dating, and the whole dating phenomenon. And so this week I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing that. I want to get it out early. I want to say that before all y'all start jumping in. But this is the dating game. All this week, I'm going to be talking about dating. I'm going to be talking about the single life. I'm going to be talking about what you need to do in order to position yourself for the best relationship. So I want to say in the beginning before y'all start logging on, so when people watch the rebroadcast of this, they'll be able to know what it is that I'll be dealing with. So first I want to say good morning, everyone. It's, almost good afternoon here in Houston. So I see all of y'all logging on. And yes, I'm drained from dating. You're going to love this broadcast about dating. You're going to love this broadcast about dating, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. I'm hoping that this goes and touches as many people as it possibly can as we begin to deal with this dating phenomenon. So I'm indeed excited about it. And excited about the information I'm going to get to you, and excited about what you're going to be saying to me in reference to it. So, good morning, everyone. Listen, don't log on without stating the state that you are, the city state you are calling from. We always want to know where our viewers are coming in from, and this is going to be fun. This is going to be fantastic. It's going to be real. It's going to be raw, maybe too raw for some of the religious people out there, but this is going to get real raw, okay? And we're going to be talking about it, and I'm going to be taking questions from you on it, and then I'll be making conclusive videos where I'll be answering your questions. Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be answering your questions on the next preceding video. So those of you who have questions for me regarding information I'll be sharing all this week about the dating game, make sure that you send me those questions. You can either write those questions in the comments here, or you can inbox me those questions, and I'll get to those questions, and then I will address them. Not every question, but I'll address those questions that are pointed and poignant and powerful that I feel are going to touch and impact all of you. So again, this is about the dating game. We're at 12 o'clock. I'm going to come on every day at 12. You can rewatch this over and over and over and over and over and over again throughout the day. And I'm excited about talking to you about dating. I know I got me some single people out there. I know I got me some divorced people out there who are single. I know I got me some married people who are acting single. And I want to be able to talk to all of you. And I pray that what I'll be sharing with you today from a raw perspective will change your life, transform your life, and get you to position where you are functioning proficiently. Okay, now, the dating game. That is the topic all this week. All this week, I'm going to be doing the dating game. All this week, that is the topic for all of this week, and I can't wait to talk to you about that. This game that we play in dating. Right? So now, let's just jump right in. Again, I've already told you what the topic of this is about, and we're going to be talking to as many people as we can, and hopefully you can share this with your family, your Facebook fam, your social media fam, and we can get the message out so that we can help a lot of us singles come through this process and actually find the one they're supposed to be with. Okay, now, number one, let me first of all start off by saying this. It's after 12, so I want to jump right in and get this going and get this out to you. Here's the number one problem with dating. The number one problem with dating is the person who's looking for someone to date doesn't know their worth. The person who's looking for someone to date typically doesn't know their worth. And when you don't know your worth, you will hook up with someone that is worth less. I'll say that again. When you don't know your worth, you will hook up with someone who is worth less. I talk to so many singles. I counsel so many singles. I try to give advice to so many singles around the world. And the number one thing that I'm starting to find out when talking to these singles, listen, the number one thing I find out is that they are giving too much time to someone who does not meet the standards and are not compatible to them. And here is the number one problem. I'll tell you, the number one problem is you go in not knowing who you are. You go in not knowing who you are. And because you don't know who you are, the person will not know who they are getting. You have to know your worth. Know what you bring to the table. I talk to so many women. You know, one of the things I'm hearing from successful women have the hardest time dating someone because typically the men that they're getting ready to date are not on their financial standard, or may not be on their educational standard, or may not be on their whatever their standards may be, especially when you're successful. There's some successful women. I'm talking to you right now. You know what I'm talking about. It's hard to find someone when you're successful. Why? Because men see it as a threat oftentimes to find a woman who is more successful than they are. And so a lot of successful women have a problem finding someone that they can equate their time with. Now, and here's another thing. A lot of men find it difficulty to enter into relationships with women who are successful, because some of these women are more bullish or more malish or more dominant or more domineering as it pertains to dating. These are some of the things. And the number one issue is you're not knowing your worth. Because if you knew your worth, watch this now, if you knew what you brought to the table, you knew who you are, you know what you can do, you know what you can perform with, then you start saying this. Listen, when I start dating you and I realize that me and you are not on the same intellectual level, why am I going to still take your phone calls? Why we're still going out? What are you looking for? The danger in dating is soul ties. I need you to hear me. The danger in dating is soul ties. And if you're not careful about who you're giving access to your soul to, that person will stick in you and you can't get it out. I need you to hear this. And this is the number one issue. So what we're going to do, I just want to get that out because it's about to be real raw, real quick, real fast. So let's start at the top. I was just giving you some precursors to what this actual broadcast is going to be about. Let's start at the top. Dating, listen, the purpose of dating should be simple. You're dating to look for compatibility. You're dating to look for compatibility. Say it again. You're dating to look for compatibility. That's all you're dating for. Let's not make this deep and wonderful. You're dating for compatibility. Women are dating, y'all need y'all to catch this. Women are dating for a spouse. Men are dating for a vagina. Typically, that's true. I need you to hear this. Y'all got to get this. This is true. Women date for a spouse. The typical woman doesn't want to be single, and she wants to have somebody in her life that she can spend the rest of her life with. When men date, they date for a vagina. The vagina is going to tell them whether or not this woman is worthy of staying with. Now, the intellectual capability comes later, right? It comes later. But initially, he's thinking sexually. And if a man tells you he's not thinking sexually, he's a damn lie, right? We think sexually when we date. We're looking from the outside. We're looking at who you are, and we're looking at what you bring to the table. And women, let's just be very transparent. A lot of women sacrifice sexually for emotional and mental compatibility. Let's just be very honest. Be honest about that. A lot of women will sacrifice sexual performance, right? It's sexual performance. They will sacrifice sexual performance for someone who is able to mentally and emotionally stimulate them. You date for compatibility. When a man is dating, he's saying, okay, I want to hit it from the back. I want to hit it from the side. I want to hit it in the closet. I want to see how freaky she is. I want to see how nasty she is. I want to see if she can bring it, because I don't want to settle down with someone that's not going to rock my boots every time. Listen, every time we're together sexually. I need you to hear me, because what men are looking for is sexual compatibility, even though they don't say it. Even though they say it, they're a damn lie. They're looking for sexual compatibility. That's what they want. That compatibility. They want the compatibility. No man dates you because you have a financial portfolio that's out of this world. He's dating you because you have the booty and the breast proportional. The booty and breast ratio is proportionately accurate to what it is that he wants. I need you to hear me by the Spirit. And so what we have now is a man that's coming from that particular standpoint. So he's looking at a woman from a physical standpoint. Now, it doesn't mean he's not interested in you intellectually, ladies. So you can get that out your head. It does not mean that he's not interested in you intellectually. Let's get that straight. Just because a man is sexually attracted to you doesn't mean he's not intellectually attracted to you. That is a lie. That is some of your bitter females out there that is mad because they hooked up with someone, watch this now, and they didn't know their worth before they hooked up with him. That is not true, and you stop bashing men for that. Men are physically prone to look at what you look like to see if they want to be with you. It is sexual first. It is sensual first. Now, women, you can say, well, there's some women out there that are sensual. I'm talking about on a higher level. On a higher level, most women are sensual through words. Listen, I've seen a beautiful woman settle down and get with men who are less attractive than them. Watch this now, because that brother was able to stimulate her intellectually and stimulate her emotionally. She even sacrificed on his looks because of what he was able to give to her emotionally and give to her on a mental level. Men, not so much. Not so much would you find a man who will settle with an average woman that he's not physically attracted to. So that's why I said you have to know your worth. You have to know your worth, and this is very important when you're going to be dating, right? You have to know your worth. This is very important when you're going to be dating. Why? Because you cannot, if you know that that's what a man wants, then why give him the vagina? Why let him bust it up real good, make your head spin, and then you're not compatible? Oh, y'all, okay. Let me come back and say that again. I had to leave off screen, come back and say it again. If you don't know your worth, and that guy is packing some heavy weight, and he hits you real good sexually, make your head spin, you have a full body orgasm, right? I mean, just spiral you out of control, right? Listen, and you are not mentally and emotionally compatible. That's why your feelings are all over the place, right? Because the guy could bring the wood, but he can't come to the table and meet with you intellectually. That's how a lot of women find themselves in relationships where they cannot function properly. And brother, let me give you something. Listen, I need my men to listen to me, because even though she's sexually compatible, even though she's sexually compatible, it does not necessarily mean she's your wife. Because after sexual compatibility, sooner or later, an orgasm gets old. They say full body, what do they do to that? Trust me, I've counseled enough people to know that I was talking to this one young lady, and she was telling me, Pastor, he got to be the one. He made my body do things. Listen to this. He made my body do things that has never happened before. And I said, really? She said, yes. And I said, so what does he do for you intellectually? Because you're an intellectual being. Well, we haven't even got to that part yet. I said, well, what's wrong with you? I want to hit it in the top of her head and say, girl, just because you were moved sexually doesn't mean he's the one. I don't care if he has a good job. I don't care if he's a lawyer. I don't care if he's an attorney. I don't care if he's a doctor. Sooner or later, it's going to come down to, do he know your worth? If he doesn't know your worth and he doesn't know what you bring to the table, he will find another vagina to go in. You hearing me? Listen. He will find another vagina to go in that's going to bring him sexual and sensual satisfaction. I need y'all to hear me, because when men cheat, I need y'all to hear, and some men may not agree with me, and some women may not agree with me. I don't care, but it's true. Men don't cheat out of love. I want y'all to hear that and hear me very clearly. Men do not cheat out of love. A man never cheats out of love. He never cheats out of love. He cheats out of sensuality. And that's what a woman finds it hard to understand. If he cheats out of sensuality, not out of love. That's why he comes back and says, baby, it was a mistake. I didn't love her. It was cheating out of sensuality. Right? Now you're upset, and you have every right to be upset, but that's why he cheated. Right? And I need you to hear this. It was sensuality, which means he saw something physically in her that he wanted to have to him. Right? He saw something physically in her that he wanted to do to her. He did it. Now he regrets it. He feels bad about it. He's going to come home. You done found out about it. Now the relationship is over. And the reason why the relationship is over is because he broke the vow. He broke the covenant. He broke the commitment. And y'all ain't even married. Y'all need to hear me. Y'all need to hear me. And that ain't even married. And I'm telling you, this happens all the time. And what we have a problem with is you don't date him because he's able to make you multi-orgasmic. You don't date him because he's able to bring the wood. You date him because he's able to satisfy you on an emotional and a mental level, ladies. You've got to know what he brings to the table emotionally and mentally. You got to know his virtues. You got to know his vices. Listen, love ain't love until there's knowledge. And so all y'all need to stop this. Love is not love until it's knowledge. And stop talking about you in love. You ain't in love until you know what you're in love with. Love is knowledge. And I need you to understand this. For my brothers out there, listen, I talk to men. You'd be surprised how many men right now are struggling with finding the right woman. Struggling. Know your worth, brother. Listen. Just because she makes more money than you doesn't mean she has testicles. You do not let a woman talk to you from a standpoint of having testicles. Just because she has a degree, just because she has it together, just because she has a great career, she's still a woman, and she needs to know her role as it pertains to being in a relationship with you. You don't sacrifice your manhood, right, to be comfortable. You do not sacrifice your manhood, men, to be comfortable. Just because she has a career, she's successful, it does not mean, listen to me, it does not mean that she can talk to you like she has testicles, that she can talk to you like she's a man, that she can talk to you like you're not a man. That's not appropriate. And you got to know your worth before you come to her. You got to know who you are before you come to her, because that's one of the main issues of dating listen, let me help y'all with something. The only reason a woman is successful is because she has some masculinity in her business. The only reason a woman is successful in this world is because she has some masculinity about her business. The problem is getting that woman to lose her masculinity in a relationship. And brothers, you got to decide, can she lose her masculinity when dealing with you so that she won't emasculate you, demasculate you, so she won't take your power away from you as being a man. I see women do this all the time. We were out eating, and I saw this woman talking crazy to this dude. I'm like, how are you with a woman that's going to talk to you like that in public? Now, I don't know what was going on afterwards, but if she has no control publicly, then she's definitely don't have no control privately. Now. So let's talk about this. How do you know God isn't both? Okay, listen, I want y'all to hear this, because this is very important. So when we start talking about knowing your worth, I want you to write these things down. I want you to write these things down when it comes to knowing your worth. Okay? Know your worth. Know who you are. You don't ever take sloppy seconds to nobody. You don't ever take sloppy seconds to nobody. I'm going to finish this out. You don't ever take sloppy seconds to nobody. You are first, and you are worthy to be first. That's point number one. You are first. And if they cannot make you a priority in dating, then you won't be a priority in a marriage. You are first, not last. Number two. And we're talking about knowing your worth. Here's some things I want you to get about knowing your worth. Knowing your worth. All right? Number two. Say this and say it well. Know your worth. Your sexual organs is not up for auction. Your sexual organs, your penis and your vagina, is not up for auction. Know your worth. Right? It's not up for auction. It's not up for auction. Your penis and your vagina is not up for auction. You're not on an auction table. Watch this now. Along with several other people, and then they finally get to decide after sampling you whether or not they want you. Know your worth. You're not on the auction table. Know your worth. Know your worth. You're not on the auction table. Okay, it's going to be you, not 50 of you. It's going to be you and not 50 of you. Know that you have what it takes to be someone that's worthy to date. This is for my singles. You're worthy to date. You're worthy to date. Your private parts are not on auction. Right? Well, you're going to go over here and sample this, you're going to go over here and sample this. No. It's not up for auction. When I give myself to someone. Number 3, when you give yourself to someone. My dogs are barking in the background. I guess they're upset. When you give yourself to someone who's willing to know you, all of you, not the parts of you that they can use. Give yourself to someone that's willing to know all of you. You're worth knowing. Man, before he get in that vagina, before you give her that penis, make sure she knows who she's getting. I know this is not typical because we're in the fast society where everybody has sex first before they begin to know someone. But before they skeet in you, make sure that he knows who you are. Before you let him release in you, before you let him ejaculate in you, he needs to know who you are here. Before you give her fellatio, before you give that to her, she needs to know who you are in here. Did you hear what I said? She needs to know who you are in here. I'm not trying, this is not the politically correct message that you're going to hear on Facebook, and I could care less about what you're going to say. I'm being truthful. Who are you here? Who are you here? Who are you here? Now, he done went down there on you and messed your head up, and then he got 6 kids, and you know you don't even want kids. He got 7 kids. He got 13 kids, and you don't even want them. But he went down there and chewed on you and messed your head up, and that's when he went down there and chewed on you and messed your head up. Now you used to not want somebody with kids. Now I guess it's okay. That's because you compromised the standard. You compromised a standard. You don't compromise the standard. I like that. You are not on lease. He don't lease the booty. She don't lease the penis. They don't lease it. They don't lease it. Right? You are worth being purchased. Say it, Spiller. You are worth being purchased. Yes, you are. You are worth being purchased. Number 3, you are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it. Number 4. I'm only going to give you 4 on this one today. Number 4. This is very important. This is very important. Know your weaknesses. Know your weaknesses. What did I just say? You got to know your weaknesses. Listen, don't you date nobody without knowing your weakness. You know he can't blow in your ear. You know he can't get all on your neck. You know he can't rub on your thigh. Come on, bro. You know she can't rub on your chest. You know she can't come on, know your weaknesses. Those weaknesses are going to make you compromise. You got to know your weakness. You got to know them hot buttons before you even show up. Listen, bro. Listen. You can't do that. No. Listen. Keep Jack in the box. You got to refuse to compromise on that because most people are looking to exploit your weaknesses because they know you're horny. Okay, I need y'all to hear this. We are all horny creatures, right? We're all sensual, sexual creatures, and everybody knows that. And if you don't know your weaknesses, you don't know your sensual and your sexual weaknesses, they will be exploited. You are a horny creature. Let's just go ahead and say it. Some of y'all been holding out for 2 years. Some of y'all been holding out for 5 years. Some of y'all been holding out for 6 years. And you're only holding out because you ain't met that devil yet. There is a devil out there for your weakness that's willing to prey on your convictions to get you compromised on your standard so you can be the next piece of meat, the next slab on their bed. And I need you to hear me right now. If you're going to know your worth, you got to know your weakness because your weakness will always be exploited by somebody who don't give a damn about you, somebody who don't care about you, someone who don't love you, but someone who's looking to take advantage of you. And listen, guys, there are some men out there and there are some women out there that want to take advantage of you. They've been hurt by somebody, never repaired themselves. They've been hurt by somebody, never got over the hurt, and they're looking for revenge. And you are the next victim that is going to be on the laundry list of people who've been hurt by them. Listen, know your worth. Don't give yourself to someone who's not willing to know you. Don't give yourself to someone who's not willing to put you first. Don't give yourself to someone who just wants to lease and knock that booty up real good. Listen, it's difficult to buy a car with a whole lot of miles on it when you start asking for top quality prices. It's difficult to it's difficult to want that high price for a car that has a whole lot of miles on it. Some of y'all need to take a pause so some of your bodily organs can tighten back up so that when he does come, he don't drop into a whole river. You're that on the way home. Yeah, you don't want him dropping into a whole river. Some of y'all need to take some time away. Let some of your organs come back together again. Be tight again, so that it'll be a virgin when he finally gets. Girl, you're a virgin. This thing's no. I've been taking care of this for you. I've been marinating this for you. I've been keeping intact this for you. I've been taking care, but I've been holding on to it. Some of you brothers, the same thing. Listen, you gotta know. You gotta hold yourself back. Some of you need to take a step back and say, hold on, let me let this tighten back up again, because people don't want to get a big price for a used car. Teach, Spiller. Teach. People don't want. Listen, come on, do some work. Get back to the gym. Come on, girl. Ladies, listen to me. Get to the gym. You gained that weight after that last breakup. That boy done broke your heart, went down on you, gnawed on you, chewed on you, made you have orgasms you never thought you were ever going to have before, and now you lost your mind and found victory. You found your victory in a gallon of Bluebell ice cream. That's what you've done. You found your victory in a gallon of Bluebell ice cream. But I'm here to tell you right now, listen, put that Bluebell down. It's over. Yes, he messed over you. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it bothered you. Yes, you had some issues. Yes, you had some. Get your butt to the gym. Go ahead and work out. Get your six-pack on. Drop that weight. Do what you got to do. Get your beauty on. Get your sex on. Listen, brothers, yes, you hurt. You just trying to act like you're not hurt. You smoking that weed. You trying to get high. You going out. You getting drunk with your homeboys. You hurt, bro. You hurt. Listen, repair yourself. Fix yourself. Get back in the dating game. There is somebody that's out there that wants you, that loves you, that will cherish you, that will honor you, that believes in you, that will stand with you in the low place and in the high place. You can do it, and you can do it now. This is the dating game. All this week, I'm going to be dealing with real issues for all my singles. I hope that I said something today that will push you to the next level, push you on top, make you say, you know what? I need to think about this. I need to go ahead and get myself together, because there's still time. Guys, there's still time. I want you to get this message, walk in this message. Listen, if this helped you, share it with somebody. If it helped you, share it with somebody. Let's make this go viral. I need 1 million hits on this. And the only way I can get 1 million hits is by all of you sharing this and let somebody know, hey man, this guy's teaching some real stuff. He's a pastor. He's unorthodox. He's conscious. He's unorthodox. He's not teaching that same stuff that you don't hear, that you hear in the church. He's teaching something different. He's reaching us right where we are. I believe that there's someone that says, Pastor, we need to practice celibacy until we get married. I believe that wholeheartedly. But can we tell the truth? How many Christians are practicing celibacy till they get married? Let's just be 100% real. That's not what I want to do. I want to be 100% real. I will say what the Word of God says. The Word of God says that we should not engage in fornication. That's the Bible, right? But I'm also going to keep it 100% real. And as I keep it 100% real, come on, man. Christian women are having more sex than the girl on the street. Christian men are hitting more. Oh, y'all, come on, y'all. Be honest with me. Can we just be transparent? Let's not be holy now. Let's not be holy. Let's be real. And if we're real, come on, more people in church are having sex than people in the world. Christians are more sexual and sensual than people in the world. They're 100% nasty, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm just keeping it real for those who are out there that are saying, you know, Pastor, I am out here in these streets and I'm trying to do it right. But if I can't do it right, can I have some principles even in that? I applaud every woman who closed their legs. I applaud every woman who's closing their legs, waiting for the right one. I applaud you. I applaud every man who's closing his legs, waiting for the right one. I applaud you. You should be the standard. But come on. Let's just keep it real. You're an anomaly in this world of regulars and non-originals. Keep up your thing. Keep it up. I believe in you. And I believe that God has somebody for you. All right. I love y'all. 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 Share this video. Share it. Guys, share it. Let's take this to the world. Let them know that there's somebody out here. There's a real pastor that's going to keep it 100% real, right? It's going to tell the message the way it needs to be told so we can quit playing these games about dating. Let's make dating right. Let's do it right. All right. Talk to y'all later.